Hello everyone, I'm Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to go over how you can actually mark this up, add some detail. This is our acrylic paint. We did the this image yesterday. It's a little bit sloppy, so we're going to go ahead and clean that up. And what my very favorite thing to use is these Jane Davenport paint over pins. I love them. They come in a couple different colors. These are the ones that I pulled for my selection today. And so I'm just going to add some details. And then also to ground everything in, you kind of want to have a white or a black. And I think I'm going to use some white on some black on this today using this pin. I get my pen at Ranger, so I'm going to have this listed down below, and then I get these at scrapbook.com. Links will be provided down below. So let's just go ahead and get started. It's super simple. We're just going to start to outline. We're just going to outline some of this, and it's so easy. As I do that, now is a great time for us to check to see if you're subscribed to my channel. If you are not, if you can just head on over, hit that subscription box, and then hit the little bell for notifications. I would really appreciate it. Everything I provide for you over here on YouTube is free, and I do make money off of that ad revenue. So every subscription helps, and it costs you guys nothing. And I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below as we go through this. If you like this video, just make sure that you share it, and also that you hit that little like button. All right, so I just went over with the zigzag and I outlined it. So that's the first thing that I do, is I go on through and I just outline my images. And even if some of the paint goes over, it doesn't matter, because this is giving it that definition. So this is just a whimsical, fun little tree that I've created. We'll call it a happy little tree. And I did beach on this, and then for this one right here, I did Bali blue. Now I'm going to go around my tree, and I'm actually going to give some definition. I'm going to use parrotfish. So I'm just going to go around the outer edges of this and just trace like I'm doing. And what that does is it just gives some nice definition to the tree. And you might want to go through and highlight even some more of the leaves once you get this established. I think I'm going to do that. I see a couple spots in which I'm thinking like I'm already starting to do it on some areas, just to give some fullness and the structure of the tree. And as you can tell, these paint over pins work really beautifully over this acrylic paint. And I do have the golden open down, as well as the regular Dina Wakley media. So I'm just going to go through and add in a little bit more of these leaves that I created, just following the lines of my stamps. And since it's a tree, it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical. I mean, that would be no fun, right? And I'm not going to like go around and highlight all of that, because I don't want it to look like it's a complete flower. I kind of want it to blend, if that makes any sense. So I'm not highlighting and outlining everything, just some of it. It's kind of nice to do around the edges. And then on the inside, I'm actually going to write a sentiment But for now, we're just going to get some of this fullness of this tree in. And I'm just using the texture that is already provided from some of those lines that I have going on in the tree from the stamps that I used. All right, and then I also have those clouds that got lost. I don't know if you remember when we did those clouds. So I'm going to go through here with the white and just kind of bring them to the forefront once again. Like so. So now you can see them a little bit, which is what we wanted. It's already starting to look better, much better than what it was. Before it was, you know, you could tell what it was, but it was a little bit sloppy. And just by doing this, it just allows it to be a little bit cleaner and whimsical. It's fun. All right, so I'm going to go over some of these areas now with my black pen. And this writes absolutely beautiful over paint and the paint over markers. This is what Dina Wakely uses. I love this pen. It does take a minute to dry, which is okay, but I'm not going for perfection. Again, remember, I'm going for like that whimsical feel to this. And by adding in some of this black lines, it just grounds the image and gives just a little bit more definition. So I go from like big image, big lines, to medium lines, to finally your fine lines. This one I'm just going to go around the outside of this tree. Like so. Just giving some definition to this. I'm not going to probably go over on the inside with this, just the outside like I'm doing. I'm not going to go over the clouds. I like the clouds white, but that's just my preference. You may want to do something different on your own, which is totally fine. All right, so there we go, looking pretty cute. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I actually am thinking about writing a sentiment in the tree. And I'm thinking about doing the sentiment in this pink to make it kind of pop. And what I like to do is I'm going to write something that says like about wind and how it builds roots. It causes your roots to be strong. So I'm going to write something out like that. Welcome the wind, it makes strong roots. Now that does get lost a little bit in there. So what I'm gonna do is, I actually like to always go through and add little dots. The reason I'm going for whimsical, as you know, but I also actually hate my handwriting. And so for some reason, when I add the little dots, I feel better about my handwriting. That is just my hang up. I actually know that my handwriting is not bad, but for some reason, I just don't like it. And then this is a page that really, once we get done with it, you can pop it right into your journal, or you could actually frame it. It would be really cute, matted and framed. Then once I finish adding my dots, I'm going to actually go back through with my black pen and just go over, just write it out with a black pen. See how nice it writes with that? Now, this could be done, or you could add more. I am going to throw in a little bit of these Nuvo crystal drops. This is metallic pink orchid, and I'm just gonna put them in the tree. And the reason is because I have extra space down there, so I'm gonna pop like 3 of them here and maybe 2 up there. And I just think it'll be super cute. There we go. I think that this page is completely done. Now you know what you can use to write over acrylic paint that's been dry. These paint over pens are fantastic. I found them. I actually ended up finding 2 sets. I like them so much that I bought them, but I will try to provide for you the links down below if I can find them, a direct link, so you can purchase them too. It's probably one of the best purchases I've made, as well as this black pen. They just work so nice all together over acrylic paint. And it doesn't matter what kind of acrylic paint. I have 2 different brands down here. It works just beautifully. All right, you guys, I certainly hope you like this video. Until next time, I'm Bets Golden.